Station berikutnya, KL Central Red One.
First of all, I'd like to greet everyone. Hello, and thank you for having me here to talk about my work. This exhibition aims to create works which are related to Malaysia context, Malaysia content that emphasizes on meaningful memory, love, connection, share in human relationship and experiences the Malaysia share together. Many audiences might be wondering why the exhibition is named as Rasa Sayang. I would say that inspiration was started off with an intention to showcase a series of work that resonate through familiar elements found in different ethnics. I was asking myself, what is Malaysia and what makes Malaysia? What makes a Malaysian? Later, I found out that the uniqueness of Malaysia is actually the vibrancy, the energy, that story, that the experience we create and share within mixed culture. We often seen culture element as separated entity which only belong to a particular ethnic group. But is that true? Have we not been influenced? Have we appreciate other ethnic culture with open heart? We love and we care about our culture identity. I find the sentiment I have toward this mixed culture is much constructed by culture appreciation. I love learning other people's culture. I think this is unique. The song is popular and carry cultural value. Depict the controversial story about the ownership of the song. I wish people see the song is for people, so it belongs to everyone. Yeah, let's look at this lyric and its melody. It's lively, the high energy, danceable. So the song is easy, but at the same time it's deep, and there are many good morals. I feel we should practice and embrace. Rasa Sayang deliver the literal meaning or have love towards our cultures and Malaysia's culture. And I feel that song represents strong cultural meaning. I encourage my audience to view Rasa Sayang theme based on their own perspective. Through my words, I try to develop many interpretations, but I think everyone has an idea. It was always interesting to listen on how audiences project their own interpretation. When they are standing in front of my work, then it gives me confidence to know contemporary work invite voices and opinion rather than only me as a creator to limit the input of the audience. LRT train is related to common transportation in Malaysia. I think it's signifying the mobility, connectivity, and togetherness within a public space. We often get into this train, so in old days, I think the train is pretty unique and modernized. Question to Powder. How do we react if our personal space is being challenged? In the opening of the closing door, function within the beeping sound work like a metaphor of our open heart. We hear they are beeping and it indicates the door are closing. It seems like telling us not to be clinical about things to do, things to learn, things with open hearts. Yeah. So a new day tell people to be hopeful and deliver a message about our common day. There won't be always the positive event. Throughout the day, there will be challenges, up, down. Please know what there will be a new day tomorrow and feel hopeful about it. If you know that we are anticipate tolerance, progress, patience, the new day will be a difference. Augmented reality serves as a media to showcase Malaysia culture, which is a blend of various cultures. It is not only a culture that belongs to ethnicity, but to all the citizens in Malaysia. To view more broadly, this unique culture should be shared with people outside of Malaysia. Unfortunately, the uniqueness of Malaysia's culture often go unnoticed as we assume that others living in different parts of the world here have similar privilege and opportunity to be able to live, explore and express their own culture. From my perspective, having the chance to experience and be a part of this culture is truly marvelous. Using AR, augmented reality, I hope that the viewer will be take away the renewed appreciation that understand of Malaysia's culture presented using augmented reality. I have composed a piece that incorporates several cultural elements. This augmented reality experience hidden elements behind certain objects which are challenging to be shown on two-dimensional. Painting by immersing themselves in augmented reality, my audience can be discover familiar elements from their daily life. The ideas of using cultural elements is to encourage viewers to look at their surroundings, appreciate those subjects, rather than viewing as an object which has provide meanings in their life, and to seek community rather than to view the world with prejudice of difference. So the message conveyed through this series of works is both story and experience are composed just like our memory inspired by the concept of Malay song Rasa Sayang. As an artist, we often project our own worldview and interpretation based on what we are trained or our experience, education, influence, or simply of life. I see Chinese culture is something I slightly know better compared with other cultures. Of course, as I have mentioned earlier, cultures can be studied through ethnics and ethics lens. This is so advantage for us to stay in Malaysia, and we can learn different culture every day, every time, wherever studying own culture or study cross culture. Showing Chinese culture is my work. So I see this is opportunity for me to utilize what I know better than translate them visually for the audience. This is never about just for Chinese or just for non-Chinese. This is more than other.